All right, here we are, another easy job. So this is a rental property that I work on sometimes. And today what we got going on is we need to do a couple of drywall repairs. So this drywall was bubbling. When I pulled the old drywall out, I noticed that the concrete behind it, I think that's a concrete column, the concrete was disintegrating, so there's a leak somewhere. But they're gonna renovate this place in the next year or so. So we're just doing a patch job right now. So pulled out the old drywall, used a bit of fiberglass tape. First batch of compound on there. We'll let it dry, then we'll sand it back, smooth it out with a second coat, and then feather it off and paint it. That is pretty straightforward. Moving on, we have a similar patch to do on the garage wall, very similar to that one, so I won't bore you with that. But mainly what they want done is all of the bathrooms have these cabinets here that have little nicks and scratches in them, as you can see. So they just want all of these touching up. That's just basically a very simple painting job. Anybody can do that. And then some of the walls, as you can see here, some of the paint is starting to peel there on the ceiling. So basically just, touch it all up. Like I said, this place is gonna get renovated. So what we're doing is kind of cosmetic for the time being. Just making it look okay for the next tenants. I'll show you the other bathroom downstairs. So there we go. You can see same deal, a lot of scratches and dings. Right down here, I have just filled a couple of big gouges with some wood putty. We'll let that set up, sand it back, and then we'll come back and paint. This is easy stuff, guys. Anybody can do this. You could set up a little handyman business doing stuff like this, make a decent living out of it without real massive skill set. And you start by doing this stuff, and then you move up, teach yourself everything else, and you progress. After a few years, you're as handy as hell. There you go. Okay, so just knock off what you can with a putty knife. You're not gonna go too crazy, because we'll just start taking chunks out of the ceiling here. So we'll put a bit of joint compound in there to flush it up before we paint. Like I said, today is purely cosmetic time before this place gets renovated. So once you're done with the putty knife, get yourself one of these like sanding pads for drywall. Just knock it back till you get a smooth finish, and then you can prime and paint. Go. So here we are now, just touching up all the little dings in these bathroom cabinets. You can see this is the last one to be done. You can see there's some little chips there. So, as you guys or girls get your businesses started, if you're lucky, you'll get to start working for these property management companies. There's a lot of rentals, and so you will always be caught between what you would do to your own house, how you would fix it properly, and how the owners of these rentals want it done. So this is a classic case, right? If this was my house, well, I would take all these doors off and sand them all back and respray them. But this is a rental, okay? These things are gonna get beaten up. So what does the owner want? The owner just wants some touch up. Just so cosmetically it looks okay. Okay, and then they'll go like that for many, many years until it's so dilapidated that they have to renovate and replace stuff. But basically, you know, when you start working for these companies, you're gonna have to get used to the fact that you're gonna be asked to do stuff that you wouldn't necessarily do to your own house, okay? They don't want this perfect. They just want it touched up so you can move on, get another rental out of it, maximize their investment. All right, so as you can see, the wall's patched, first coat of paint on, easy job.